Hey people, Positive Paul. It is Monday, October 24th, 2022. And as I've been reporting concerning these implants in me, head to toe, my ear always pulsating. How long do you think these asshole American Nazi Edomite baby butt fucking Jew Satanists can keep this up? At this point, the deception has worked perfectly because the world we live on has been built step by step on a pack of lies. Now, most Americans, they're going along with the program. They are in complete compliance with the Satanist, and they don't realize it. I wonder, here's would be a good AP or Zogby poll. All these so-called Christians out there that will never touch a satanic ritual abuse survivor. I've been witnessing now 7 years concerning my situation, MK Ultra, satanic ritual abuse, and these implants. And once I start talking about these Satanists, people just shrink up. They don't want to hear it. But then they'll go to these churches or wherever else they meet and pretend, oh yeah, they're all dressed up nice. They're gonna tell you about what they're gonna have for dinner, how they're planning their vacation, oh, how well behaved their children are. It's a farce. It's a farce that it's going to take holy hell on earth, aka the tribulation, for people to wake up. But they won't wake up to the fact that keeping things in a post-World War II perspective, that we've been in the final stages of the destruction of the individuals connected to the ancient Hebrews, ancient Israelites. This is what the satanic ritual abuse is about. It is what MK Ultra was about, to try to figure out finally, how can we control these people? They keep getting in our way. Now, look, the story's been told. No one, here's another poll. How many people take the Bible seriously? Raise their hand. I am here in Mexico. Now, look, when you have a group of people that do not even want to be in their own country, the only way out of their misery is to go to a supposed location that promotes liberty, freedom, and the ability to have success. And they sell it, oh, just the hard work. You get an education, it's all been a bunch of nonsense, because we now know that the people that have been placed in these positions of authority are not even really human. They're hybrids. And the ones that are in these institutions, meaning legal, judicial, political, medical, all right? And it's filtered down to the lower level, blue collar type jobs, all right? You will become a sellout, because anybody that dare step up and point out the error of these tares, they will immediately get the machine unleashed on them. The harassment, the stalking, the poisoning, the running off the road, putting nails in tires, all right? And I'm going to go back to this phony targeted individual community. It was a farce. It was one aspect of the damage control trying to mitigate these satanic ritual abuse survivors in my age group. If you were born after 1972, if you say you were part of MK Ultra and you were born after 1972, you're way off. Now let's be clear, all right? Once this went underground, all right, they didn't stop. They maybe put the brakes on, slowed down a little bit. I understand younger people that they've got issues going on too, but they're all related to Satanists, either in their immediate family or within the satanic sphere of influence. Now, this garbage concerning this asshole Trump, one of Uncle Carl and Bush's lackeys. There's no white hats. There's no, these asshole patriots, the military, is gonna kick this goofball Biden out of there? They're clearing the deep underground military bases, saving the children? Do we have any pictures? Any actual real reports? What about the 66,000 indictments, all these arrests? They just keep feeding you more baloney. And, hey, the wheels turn, time drags on, nothing has been done at all. These asshole white hats can't stand up. Here, I am a white hat. Here's the children that we saved. Here's the video of these brave men clearing out these underground military bases clearing them of these Satanists. And, well, let's not forget about the aliens, folks, that are hanging out. The reptilians, right? Yeah, there's something going on there, too. But it's not what we've been told, not what we've been taught. Now, myself, Paul Wilson Linder Jr., all right, there's one way out. That's the Holy One of Israel. If you do not, here's a good example. When Judah was threatened by Assyria, you'll find this in Isaiah and in Kings. The representatives of the Assyrian king, whatever his name was, Sennacherib or whatever, they told Judah, you are done. You're a done deal. And did these gods of these other nations, did they save? They saved their countries? No. Assyria came and wiped them all out. But there's one God that can save. The true living God. And what happened? Zedekiah, he went. He humbled himself. He prayed. And what happened? Well, read the story in Kings, chapter 19. You gotta get up to speed with this. Now, the censorship on the fairy tale land known as social media is disgusting. These Satanists have had this all set up from the beginning. Facebook, YouTube, in the beginning, and then once this got out of hand, people like me trying to just witness my story. And remember, not one asshole authority from the United States has came and questioned me. They just play games, these ignoramuses. And they use whoever they can use. In this case, because I'm in Mexico, they use the Mexicans. They use the Mexicans. How do they do that? They just buy them off. The Mexicans, they've been sitting here dirt poor. The cartel runs amok. They got a community watch that's based off of me. That these people that have been sitting in their houses doing jack shit for their own country, again, the only way out is to get up into this place called America. So they get bought off because I'm supposed to be crazy, right? I'm supposed to, who knows? But meanwhile, people are getting murdered around here left and right. The cartel is running amok, running hard drugs, destroying the Mexican children. And what they did was, because people were complaining, I was putting my videos up on their Facebook pages. They shut these Facebook pages down. And now the one that's left, the only thing they will show you is how they're stopping all this and improving the lives of the people in their own country. This is just unbelievable that this is going on. So these asshole patriots, who are they? What? They're not on what? They're on BitChute? The whole long list of them? I don't even want to say their names. They're all laughable, all right? And here's another thing that I will share with you people concerning myself. My parents sold me out. They're baby boomers. The baby boomers are the most disgusting generation known to whatever America was supposed to be because they sold their children out. Some of them were lied to, duped, but others were fully on board because they're immersed within this military industrial satanic complex. Their livelihoods, their jobs, they don't have them because what? They went to Harvard, Yale, Stanford, what? A college? They worked hard? No. They were put in these positions because they've been profiled, and the Satanists believe that they're not going to give them any hassle at all. They won't even push back. Whistleblowers? Are you fucking kidding me? The real whistleblowers are long gone. Anybody that claims to be a whistleblower nowadays is a fraud. You're gonna step up and what? Become broke like me, near homeless, having people harass me, stalk me, and then your family laughs at you and say, none of this is happening. These assholes tell me that these implants aren't in here. These assholes tell me there's no Satanist. There's something wrong with me. What a fucking load of shit America has become. George Washington's rolling over in his grave. John Adams is getting sick, puking everywhere over these sad sack American Nazi Edomite Jew Satanists that control everything. And they will look you in the eye, smile, lie, tell you what you want to hear. But the minute you figure out they're a bunch of lazy lying lizard scum, they will figure out a way to put you out of your misery. So this so-called targeted individual community, which now is unrecognizable, what a load of garbage, man, these people are. Where are they all? They're all gone. Now there's just a new set of a bunch of babbling buffoons. Oh, empowered individual. No, you got a Satanist in your midst. Might even be your mommy or daddy. Might be your uncle. Might be a cousin that's high up in the military-industrial satanic complex. And somehow, your dumbass found a way to get in their little buzzsaw. Because maybe you displayed that you might become a God-fearing Christian someday. Do you notice how none of these targeted individuals never talked about the Bible or God? The ones that had to is because I forced the situation back in 2016-17. Yes, we had Zeph Daniel. Yes, there was a couple others that pretended they're gone. It's just amazing. And here we are again. Let's get the date right. It is Monday, October 24th, 2022, and nothing's been done. All right? People are still thinking they're going to work, collecting paychecks, that these retirements are going to be there. I mean, the money's going to dry up. What are these people going to do when they wake up one day and go to check their 401k and it says zero, a big goose egg, because everything was shutting down and it was a big Ponzi scheme? You freaks. You've got no clue. And you'll follow these social media frauds right to hell. None of them can, they won't dare touch me because they're frauds. These white hats, all right? Oh, they're saving the children? What about the victims from the 50s and 60s? Someone that's, I don't even think the original MK Ultra first group, I'm the second, all right? Who would be alive? Because they would have been horribly treated. The same business, stalking, harassment, trying to make them look crazy, get them locked up somehow. Do you think that these assholes that run around and slander me in Mexico, these Satanists that are camped out down here, spending millions of dollars buying off whoever they can buy off, would face me? No, they're cowards. Not one authority has ever, with their big stolen car set up now almost 9 years ago. See, that was the genesis of trying to get the harassment and the surveillance. Because the truth of the matter is, folks, once this all goes down, I'll be long gone. I've been trying to help these Mexicans now for 7 years. They don't want to hear it. You know, they think by sitting in a Catholic church and listening to a pastor that's all it takes. None of them read the Bible. If you had to ask them a question, an easy question, like what were the last words before Jesus was crucified? None of them would know. Now, how do I know this? Because I'm in their faces asking questions. I sat on the street corner 7 years ago trying to witness to these people, and they all laughed and mocked at me. I told them that it is finished. It is finished. And they're looking at me like, what are you talking about? Satanist? The devil? No, we're fine. Cartel? Look, we just hide in our houses under our beds, and we pimp out our daughters and our sons. So that way the cartel leaves us alone. You should see these people in my immediate neighborhood that got bought off. They walking around like zombies, doing things they would never do, walking their dog, taking their kid for a walk. They all been hiding in their houses. It's a joke. And they've all been given cars, these expensive security systems, all right? They've been having their houses remodeled. Some have had houses built for them. They've been look, I'm going to do one final year-end report concerning my Mexican predicament, and then I'm going to leave them alone because these people don't want to be saved. They just want the Jew buck. Huh? That's all it is. They want their materialism and walk around and say, oh, look at me. Yeah, I sold my family out, so now I got some money. These Satanists don't bother me. You're the one with the problem, not us. So yes, the primrose path to hell is littered with bodies, littered with people that tried to do good, but they were cut down, folks. Now the MK Ultra, the original MK Ultra, the bullshit, the mind control, the Manchurian Candidate, Russia, we gotta, the Cold War. They give you all these excuses, but the one reason was to finish off the individuals connected to the ancient Israelites, God's chosen people, because the world was a cesspool. And if Noah found grace was righteous in God's eyes, he spared him, because everything before that was a cesspool. Yes, the spiritual realm is in control. The sons of gods are lurking about. So what happened? What happened? The Israelites were mesmerized by these devils. How could that be? Some of them didn't go along with it, but it didn't matter. For the most part, they all did. And then they lost their identity. But there is going to be a restoration. They are going to come back, and the spirit of life will be put into those bones. And they will worship the Holy One of Israel, their God. These other gods couldn't save these other nations. They're not going to save America. Get it through your thick heads, people. Mystery Babylon's a done deal. They're living off the fumes of the rape and torture of these children from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and yes, it's been going on up until today. But there are no more people left connected to the ancient Israelites, in my opinion, except 144,000. Hey, take it for what it's worth. I mean, they said, look, your seed's going to be like the stars in heaven. You would think that more of these modern day people would have this spiritual awakening, the pouring out of the Spirit. Where is it? I looked for people in Mexico. Not one person can say that, oh, I had a vision, a dream. Yes, the tribulation's coming. Yes, you were on to something. What about in China? What about in South America? Oh, I know. On YouTube, the little girl had her dream. And do you realize these hybrid frauds on social media that keep having these visions and dreams every week, every day? That's impossible, people. Read the Old Testament with these prophets. The word of the Lord came to so-and-so, but it wasn't on a daily, hourly basis. Do you people even put thought into this? The mind control is the entertainment. It's Hollywood. We know this. There have been people that have tried to witness about this. And here's something funny. I was trying to research these sky watchers again, okay? And I type in Skywatch in YouTube, and a YouTube channel called Skywatch comes up, but it's just a joke, all right? I don't want to get into the people that were on this particular video because there's some of them I've gone over concerning them being hybrids, these Hollywood hybrid hacks, that they can just outright lie, look you in the face and lie, man. See, the thing about the ancient Israelites, they knew when these lazy lying lizards were in front of them. All right? Yes, white people too, get that through your heads, all right? But an ancient Israelite that was in tune with his creator, the Holy One of Israel, could spot these Edomite Jew Satanists, their brother Esau, the white people that control everything in our modern day world and pretend they created racism, they created all these terms, affirmative action, nepotism. Where do you think this all came from? It's a clever way for them to weed out their brother Jacob, the other white group. Now, let's make it clear, all right? The Gentiles have been offered salvation. You need to put the specter of racism out of your mind, all right? It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, purple, red. You can have salvation. If you're a hybrid, you can't. If you're an Edomite Jew Satanist, you can't. You got to get that through your thick heads, people. So where does this lead? It doesn't make... Look, you people want me to go away. These Satanists in America, all right? They do not want me to make these videos. That's why I'm the most censored person on the internet. None of you can put up the UFO footage I put up. All right? None of you can even... Look, everything is all mysterioso. When you hear information from one of these Juilliard-trained lazy lying lizards, it's mysterioso. They can't tell you who their contacts are. You know? This is the first sign that you got a social media fraud right in front of you. At this point, everybody should just, you know, take the garbage and dump it out on the ground and sift out what doesn't belong there and what does. So this is my rant to start this week off. And I can tell you that I wish someone would come question me about anything, right? I'm supposed to, if I go to the United States to try to get medical help up at the VA that tried to set me up, what do you think would happen? These asshole stalkers would come out of the woodwork, right? Because I'm supposed to, I'm going to do something. Oh, I'm a domestic terrorist. Do you see how they continue to malign white people? What a fucking joke. And the Gentile, they love racism. They look, it works for them, right? You know? Hey, see, the people that are replacing the white people to keep the Ponzi scheme going so these fraud baby boomers can still collect their Social Security, their pensions. Here's what I say. it's not going to last forever. They cannot keep this up. I would even suggest shut the stock market down. Do you think a Mexican person could give a shit about the stock market, or an American in general? What about a Chinese person, huh? You think they care? What about a European or a South American? Do you think they care about the stock market? When you turn on the radio every day, oh, the Dow Jones, the major indices are down. Who gives a fuck? Who's really part of this Ponzi scheme? Nothing but these lazy lying lizards and a bunch of clueless sellout humans that have no clue that the reason why they have a bank account money is the rape, torture, and outright murder of the children tied to the ancient Israelites. You don't believe that? You're going to learn the hard way. Because when our Messiah, our Christ, HaMashiach, Yeshua, and yes, Jesus returns, he is going to put an end to all this. Amen.